Today in the news, I share my thoughts on Windows 11, and your motherboard's life might just have been extended. What's up guys, I'm Snows, and this is your boot sequence. Microsoft has a bit of a weird history when it comes to their mainline Windows operating system. Heck, since the year 2000, it seems like there has been a pattern of good OS and then bad OS and then good OS and then bad OS. It was Windows 2000, good, then Windows ME, bad, then Windows XP, good, then Windows Vista, bad, although personally I kind of liked it, and then Windows 7, very good, Windows 8 and 8.1, please burn them with fire, and now we're at Windows 10, a relatively good version of Windows. And maybe that's why, back in 2015, Microsoft declared that their next version of Windows, Windows 10, would receive updates and upgrades over the years and that it would be the last version of Windows. And of course, in the news today, or more likely yesterday, we now know that that was a lie. Lately, there has been talks of a revamp of Windows 10, one which would borrow design elements from Mac OS X, I meant Windows 10X, an operating system that apparently has been axed, and it looks like that revamp is in fact Windows 11, and it leaked completely. So I installed it on my PC to see what all the fuss is about. Now you probably saw Linus's video about gaming on Windows 11 and all that, or somebody else's, so I won't look at everything that Windows 11 has in details, but I'll just do a quick flyover first. The new UI is alright. It's very well round. Most, but if not all, the features of the operating system stay basically the same as in Windows 10. It's really like a Windows 10 skin right now. The taskbar is on the wrong spot. Let me fix that real quick. Click, 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 boom, and it's done. And the Windows key works as it should, which is very important to me, and you can type directly to search. Nice. The animations also have been upgraded for a smoother experience, which is always appreciated, except for the maximize. It doesn't look quite right for me. And really, everything from Windows 10 is here. So what's actually new? Well, there's a widget button now, which is basically like the news and interests feature on Windows 10, except on the left side now. And yeah, you can add more stuff to it. You can now get rid of the show desktop button, which is a relief for me since I would accidentally click it so often while trying to check my notifications. The snapping of windows is improved with a hover submenu to choose where to put the window. The sounds got an update, which I guess Microsoft does when a new version is released. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I could find. It really looks like they just took Windows 10 and rearranged stuff. Like, look at the desktop section. That's something that Windows 10 already had, except it was on the top right and now it's at the bottom. So yeah, that's what I could find that was new with my flyover. Now let me rant for a little bit. If this is how Windows 11 will ship, I think that Microsoft is doing us a disservice. Quite honestly, I don't think that Windows 10 was actually finished. I like the new UI for Windows 11, I do. It's just that everything else is just Windows 10 and Windows 8.1 and Windows 7. I mean, why bother to implement an entirely new UI for things like all the settings in Windows 8.1 and then just keep the old control panel, which does exactly the same thing? Don't get me wrong, I love the old control panel, but Microsoft needs to either kill Windows 8.1 settings or finally set it up so that all of the settings are only in the new system rather than, keeping remnants of the past. I mean, look at Windows 10's firewall settings. It looks like it was pulled out of Vista with round corners. Same for the task scheduler and many other apps. I mean, fine, I'm nitpicking, but hey, this is a leak. Oh, and by the way, Microsoft kind of tried to make it seem like that was on purpose with this tweet. But anyways, I'm hopeful that brand new stuff will be added just like they did with Windows 10. I just hope that most of those things are shipped with Windows 11 rather than a constant cycle of updates like with Windows 10. What do you guys think? Please let me know down below. Anyways, what else is new? Well, let's look at AMD. It looks like if you have an AM4 motherboard, you might have another generation of CPUs coming for you. This information comes from an editor and reviewer at Unico Hardware. Essentially, AM5, AMD's next motherboard platform, won't release until Q2 of 2022. That's a whole year from now. And recently, AMD announced a sort of Zen 3 Plus that's supposed to go in production at the end of this year. That's the Zen 3 processor with the 3D stacking and the V-Cache. So if AM5 isn't getting released until mid next year, and Zen 3 Plus is at the end of this year, yeah, that's a new life into your AM4 platform. Now, in terms of compatibility, there's a high likelihood that AMD will only support the 500 series of motherboards. Heck, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they released a 600 series. But like all previous releases, I'm betting that some board manufacturers will release a beta BIOS with compatibility for these new CPUs. I mean, the 300 series is still working with 5000 series CPUs, not through AMD though. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the catch-up, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Drop a like if you liked it, a comment if you want to talk about today's stories. As usual, you can click right here to do the thing and right here to do the other thing. Don't forget to stay frosty, dudes, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. That was the loudest snappy snaps I've ever done in my entire career as a snapper.